to Two Indoor Gaming live in the Village Season 2, and I've got a few funky things to show you today. Now you may notice I have a new builder called Elena. No, she isn't actually new. I just keep forgetting to not have my shears equipped. Yeah, she's laughing. She thinks it's funny. Yeah. I keep forgetting to not have my shears equipped when I go to open up the UI for certain characters. So when you have your shears equipped, what happens is you clip off their name tag and they become Minecraft entity name dot something something whatever, and then the next time you boot up they get a whole new name. Even if you put that name tag back on them, it doesn't work. They end up with a new name. So yeah, try not to do that if you're getting used to the names of your special Minecolonies colonists and you're feeling attached to them. When they have a whole identity swap, it gets a little confusing. Okay, I'm going to show you something new today that I just learned about because the Minecolonies short video came out about how the request system works. And they mentioned a thing I've never noticed, and I really need to go back through what's available in the Minecolonies mod pack one of these days. And that's by if I do this thing where you put in mine, without that, otherwise my shift lock on, Minecolonies, and that would just come up with everything that's under Minecolonies, and you can have a look through. Well, I've got this little item called a clipboard, and this clipboard is a great thing to do. So I'm going to make one of those and show you what it does. This will be extremely handy the bigger your village gets. If you're having to help out, still a lot of you are finding you know the delivery person is not keeping up with demands or whatever, and you're worried about requests being missed, get yourself a clipboard. What the clipboard does is it shows you the current requests that are going on. First you've got to attach it. It doesn't matter which of these blocks, it actually does your whole colony, but you've got to right click to identify it with the colony first, and then when you have a look at it, boop, it tells you what people are sitting around waiting for. And I've deliberately left a couple of requests open just so that I could show you this. Look at that. How cool is that? I don't have to run around or look at my map. What I have been doing is looking at my little mini map up in the corner. Whenever I see a little Minecolonies villager just stationary, so you'll see the lumberjack there just to the right of my blue swirly bit. So if I look over there, the lumberjack is just sort of sitting around. Oh, now he's on the move. Oh, is that the guard? No, it can't be the guard because he doesn't have enough range. Oh, he's going to bed. I'm like, what's he moving for? He's supposed to be just standing there doing nothing. Yeah, whenever they were stationary, I go, oh, something's up. What do they need? And then I go and find out and have a look and go, oh, you need this. Okay, because they'll be standing there with a request. Because it wouldn't always come up here when I would actually see it. Like at the moment, we do have a couple of the requests have come up, but we know from the clipboard that the fisher lady needs a fishing rod, but that hasn't come up yet. And sometimes they will come up, but you're so busy doing other stuff you miss it. But I just click over on mine. The cool thing is when you do have a delivery person, it will actually show on here when a request is being met. When the delivery person has what you need in the warehouse or can get access to it and is going to deliver it, it will actually come up here and show you, so you know, oh, okay, there's an open request, but it's being handled. How cool is that? That is so cool. So it is different from the resource scroll because it's not showing everything that the builder needs. Just sometimes when they're standing around and saying, I can't build any more of your build until I get this thing, that's when it comes up as an actual request. See, and Elena's saying, I can't do any more of your barracks tower upgrade until you get me some oak fence. So you do that, and I'll get back to work, alright? So this really cool clipboard, not expensive at all, some sticks and a piece of leather. Again, if you don't have any cows nearby, just cook up some rotten flesh and it will give you leather. And you can go for it. You could do it. You could do it. Oh, look at those creepers just sitting there. That's okay, I don't need any creeper oysters at the moment. Obviously, I have been doing a bit of clearing. I want to get ready for that sort of second wave of village building, because I've got my first four citizens gainfully employed, housed. Now I can engage the mechanisms for having more villagers, either through recruitment or breeding. yeah, I'm going to need to build some more stuff. So I thought, let's get some space ready for that so I can really be moving on through that and not bogging down too much. So I've been filling in a bit of space and clearing out some other space. So, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, look at how busy he's been putting down all this nice new turf. Look at this flat expanse here. Very nice. And you're probably thinking, man, that must have taken a long time putting down every one of those blocks. Because there was a bit of a divot here. It's just a few levels. It wasn't just smoothing off the top. I actually had to fill in quite a bit there. So how did I do it? And you may or may not know about the builders. These mobs are creeping me out. Do I sleep and just get to the morning, or... Anyway, I'll just keep going. Yes, the builder's wand. I have one here. The diamond wand. There are quite a few of the different things. Let's put in builders. Here we are. So you get a stone wand, maximum of 5 blocks, iron wand 9 blocks, diamond wand 1,561 blocks. Oh, that's a bit of a jump. That's a bit of a jump. And then you've got unbreakable wand. I don't know. Can we actually make those? Oh, nether star. Okay. Well, that's easy. Or 2 other... okay, yeah, that makes sense. So you get another star, you can have an unbreakable wand. Yeah, I don't have one of those. I have a diamond wand. So it's a pretty simple recipe. 2 sticks and the item. This is not going to save you a whole lot of time. Stone or iron. When you get to diamond is when it really gets effective. And what it does is very simply duplicates other blocks. Pooh, see that? If I was to right click here, it would put down all of that as dirt. If I had it in my inventory, of course. And I don't think that's quite enough of that, but I do have a bunch in here so that I could show you. Get rid of some of this other stuff. Don't need right now. Ooh, I have the fishing rod already. Yeah, I did get that ready, didn't I? So it will duplicate dirt because I'm pointing at grass block. I took the cobblestone out, but you can duplicate other items. Wood. I've got wood in my inventory, so it's saying yes, you would like to duplicate this wood, would you? No, I wouldn't, but you know, thanks for offering, and so on and so forth. So it will only do. See how it's mapping the road because it's looking for consistent blocks with the one you're pointing at. So if I wanted to overlay my road with a whole bunch of more dirt, it would do that for me. It wouldn't make it road, but it's recognizing that that's fundamentally a dirt block. So yes, so you see the difference. It's willing to lay down 1,000. If I had 1,000, it could lay down 1,000. But obviously I don't want to do that. So let's go over here and I'll show you. So this is simply how I've got some mobs over to deal with. I should put down some torches for future. Go away, zombie boys. I'm happy to gender the zombies, I think, because they just look like the men folk. I don't know, maybe. Anyway. Ooh. Yeah, go beat him up with your Zestonian powers. I want to see this. Get ready for it, skeleton. You are gonna get it. That was funny. And now they're gonna have a war. Zestonian means it's gonna give you like severe knockback 5 or something. It's pretty full on. And now he's doing it to the skeleton. A little bit of mob infighting, always pleasant to watch, because it's not you suffering. Those pants look so a little silly. They look like fishermen's waders when they've got those just gold pants on. Hey you. Okay, is that all of them? Now I should be putting torches down here. Now the limitations with this wand is that if there's anything on the ground, it won't fill that space. I'm not talking about drops, I'm talking about grass and torches. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. I'll clear most of it out though. I'll just leave a couple of bits of grass in here. So I want to fill this level in. So I put on my builders one, and see that it's got a nice and pretty showing me I'm going to fill all of this in for you, but not where the grass is. So just anything there you'll leave holes in the ground basically with that. I can fill in a single hole if you wanted to. Woohoo! Now the builder's wand is not repairable, but it only costs 1 diamond, so it's not like like one ore to make it, so it's not like you really want to repair it, because repair tends to take more than what you initially put into it. Oh, hello. So this is why I always seem... That's why I'm having my clippers... You might think, why? How come he keeps doing his people with the clippers? Well, this is why, because I'm keeping getting these creeper oysters, and then I forget, because it's the end of the night, and I've still got my clippers all sorted. So yeah, what have we got in here? Raw pork hocks. Ugh, Zestonian zombie. Nope. Yeah, I might as well keep that. It does come in handy. So in here, so to use the builders, obviously this makes things a lot quicker. I'm doing little bits here, but it will do this whole area for me. Obviously there's a lot of grass, which is like super annoying. But you know, just go around, clear it out a bit first. The drops get sort of bumped up when you build under them, so that's fine. But yeah, this is a lot quicker than going through and manually putting down each dirt block to fill it in your space to do your terraforming. Save you a lot of time. If you want to do it, like, if you want to just operate with your natural topography, go for it. But I don't. I get a little stick of the, you know, when you see the villages, like the millionaire villages, and the way their paths dip down for 2 blocks and then dip up for 3 and down again, you realise just like, yeah, natural topography can stink. Quite frankly, it can be really annoying. Look at that. Oh, why didn't it do the middle there? That was interestingly weird. Oh, yes. It can be limited by that just because my bond was about to run out. One thing to mind is that it will read a difference between like grass blocks and dirt blocks. So sometimes you have to double put it down because it says, oh well, this is your border. Also, if you want to limit the overrun of what you place, you can do that too. Just by putting down a different kind of block in the way. So I'll show you what I mean. Just get that out. Let's put this in. So let's say that I'll fill that bit though. Where's my new wand? Did I just leave it on the crafting pad? Or did I drop it? No, I left it on the crafting pad, didn't I? Doofus. Anyway, let's try that again, shall we? Yes, the perils of a crafting pad. You will lose your items, and I will lose them twice as much as you will because I keep doing that. Yeah, so fill in that. So let's say I want this area filled, so this space here, but I do not want that space filled for whatever reason. I got different plans for that, right? All you have to do is just put a barrier in the way. It will read that as the edge of your area. So by putting that barrier, it sees this space and this space as 2 separate things. But as soon as I take a bit of it out and it's got a link, see, it'll do both areas, and you can get that overbleed. Now see here, so this is what I'm talking about, grass and dirt. See how it's got the blocks over it just to the dirt and not to the grass. Yeah, so that will happen sometimes. But when you're doing big layers, you'll find that it tends to even out pretty swiftly because the grass changes over pretty quick. So yeah, if you want to put a barrier to your fill, that you know, that just stops it from overflowing and giving you weird levels, which has happened to be more than once. Yeah, and you will get some funny holes as you run out of materials. So even though it says it will do the whole area, obviously if you do not have that much in your inventory, it won't do that much. It will just use up to everything you've got. It's some sort of interesting pattern. Right. Now have I got all of my dirt down? No, let's put down this, get rid of some of this more stuff. So like so, and then like I said, the grass areas just sort of gets us out a bit. Oh, I've used up all my dirt. There we go. I used up all my dirt, but it's come, and like I said, a barrier. It didn't bleed over. So that can be important. Otherwise, you'll be clearing out what you've already put in, which will be a little bit annoying. Quite upset. Just grab it like so. I hate those holes. I'm like that. I need it all filled up just right. Just right. I'll come back and do it. So there you go. That's helpful for big, large terraforming efforts. A lot quicker. Even if you do have to clear a better. Really, this grass bits annoy me a lot. Anyway, I like the smoother look. That's just me. Okay, so that's the builder's wand that I wanted to show you. Oh, so we've got the clipboard, we've got the builder's wand. I better actually hand in a few items, get that tower done, shouldn't I? Okay, there was another thing I wanted to show you this episode before I go back and upgrade the sentry tower.